Hey gang, welcome in. My name is Brian Smith, and I am the GM here of Top Fitness, Southlake, Texas. I'm gonna show you some of the favorite products that I have here in the back, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that. So follow me. On this, you can do your calves, you can do your squats, and by the way, it takes all the pressure off your knees. My knees are bad, I have a knee replacement, but on this, I'm able to, because of the angle of the foot plate, it's not your typical flat foot plate. I could come in just like this, step up, safety right here. By the way, this is key. This is your safety. Should you get into a little trouble, you're like, oh my gosh, this is heavier, I can't do another one. Bam, you can come on out. So what I like to do here is, oh my goodness gracious, takes all the pressure off my hips and my knees. I feel this in my quads and my glutes and my hammies. I'm gonna lock out of this, and now I'm gonna do my calves. And they need to be done, by the way. Just a calf press, just like this, super nice. Now I wanna get out, boom, come on out. Super easy to use, love it. All right, come on over, follow me to the Levergym. Here's another thing, by the way, I love about Powertec, is that it feels just like I'm back in the gym, but I'm taking it home with me. And guess what? You don't have to spend gym dollars. What I mean by gym dollars is buying commercial equipment, because you're bringing the commercial equipment home to you. So what I like to do here is, by the way, this bench comes in and out. I'm really big on legs right now, so I'm gonna show you the squat on this. Super easy to use. And by using this right here, it puts me in proper biomechanical alignment. All I do, I come in here, put it on my shoulders, I'll take my pin, I'll lock out, where I can easily grab it again when I'm done, put it back in, and now look at this, a perfect squat. Done by this lever arm is amazing. I come up, I'm done, I take my rest, put it back in, pop on out, super easy. I'm gonna take this off, right here. I'm gonna bring this back in. Because of all the different levels this lever arm does, you can do your chest, your shoulders, your back. It's amazing. So what I'll do now is, I'll bring this down to where I'm gonna do a bench press. Just like this. And this is a direct hit on my pecs. If you don't want to use both arms, you can do an isolateral movement as well. So the isolateral movement, you just pull this pin right here, come back, because sometimes one arm is stronger than the other. And so I'll come up like this, or both. It just gives you such a variety. There's so many different versatile things you could do with this thing right here. I love doing rows just standing here. I'll get my leverage right. I'll not only do it in the prone position, I'll do it in the supine position right here. I can stand in here and do curls if I want to. They always come with collars, and you gotta use your collars because that's for safety. So I'll take these off, put my collar back on. Okay. If I wanted to, I can do a single row, which I'm really into doing right now, is single rows. And this is a direct hit on my lat. I can also transition from a cable kickback for my triceps. So if you're looking to do a little circuit, I'm not even done. If you can do a little circuit right here, you can knock your whole body out in like 15 minutes. I've got a hold down here that will hold my body down so I can focus entirely on my lats. And just to pull down from the front. And then a really nice squeeze. And the feel is so cotton thick and smooth. It's unbelievable. And I'm done. I'll re-rack and go to the next movement. When a customer comes in, they say, listen, I want to get some muscle on me. I want to get leaner. I just want to get fit. My one go-to, honest engine, is taking it to this piece right here. This is the Workbench Levergym. I love it because there's 70 plus exercises you can do on this thing. It's amazing. Also, just the bench itself, how contoured it is, allows you to add if you want a preacher curl, if you want a lat option, if you want a dip option, if you want a leg extension, leg curl option. There's so many different options and there's so many different movements on here. You're one and done with this thing right here. So now I'm gonna take you to the big dog. I love this one right here. This is the Workbench Multisystem. If you're serious and you want to get serious about what you're doing to get some muscle on and some strength, this is like going to the gym and going to every single different piece of selectorized equipment in that gym. So right here, you've got a press arm, kind of like the Levergym over here. You can do the same exact thing. You can do your shoulders, your chest, your back. But one thing I love on this bench, look at this. I like to pump my biceps up on this guy right here. This is the best feeling lever. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling like Arnold. This is incredible. This will blast your biceps. That's the lever accessory piece that goes on the end of the bench. Amazing. You want to train your abs just like you train your biceps, your shoulders, your back, your chest, your arms. I like to do it with weights. So what I'll do is I'll sit here, and this is an amazing crunch piece. I'll put some weight on and I'll curl over and crunch. What I also like to do this is I like to use variable resistance. I'll put a band on this baby and that gives me that little more resistance, like somebody's pulling me back and I gotta hold it. Amazing for my abs. I'm gonna do one more. Boom. This is really cool because I can do my lats as well as my triceps. So I'm gonna come in here and now I'll do my lats. I'll put the bar over so it'll hit me in the head. My lats are just like this. I can come in closer and do them. If I wanna go wide, if I wanna go inside. If I wanna go supinated, I can come out just like this. Fully rotate that scapula. Back up. Now I'm gonna show you how I do my triceps on it. Lock this in. Come here. I'll put on my shorty swivel bar. Matter of fact, it comes with this, and I'll do my triceps. Oh, it's amazing. It feels amazing. Second. Okay. Just blowing up my triceps. So now what I'm gonna do is, let me come to this side over here for you. The squat calf piece that also we have as a single piece, but it's attached to this beautiful gym right here. So what I'll do is here, I'll come in just like this. I'll put in my safety bar. Matter of fact, see these stoppers right here? God forbid if you were to bottom out, this thing will stop you from getting hurt and you can escape the machine. There's so many different safety features to these items. It's amazing. And that's why I like them. My clients need to be safe. So again, because of the angle down here, taking all the pressure off my knees, I'm gonna drop, descend, and come back up. Nice and slow. Why not do my calves? Finish off. Come out, up, up, up. Safety bar, come out, voila. Talk about a circuit. It's an amazing circuit. A lot of times my clients come in here, they ask me, well, Brian, we love what you're saying. We love the intel you're giving us. However, what's the major differences between these two? And I'll tell you right now, if I have a client come in who's got a family and they're all really wanting to get fit and interested in strength training, this is just this great station to go. There's 3 stations here, so everybody can rotate and work out at the same time. If I get a single person in here, they're going, no, that's just for me. You know, do I really need all that? Oh my goodness gracious. I take them over here and I show them this and go through the 70 plus things you can do it. I don't go 70 all the time, but I let them know there's 70 plus things. And this is a great piece for somebody who is just doing it themselves. Now, the great thing about this too, it's about the size of a big commercial treadmill. So it takes up hardly any real estate in your garage. So maybe you can get that treadmill or that elliptical or bike, that kind of thing. So that is the major differences I tell my clients of these two things. They're both beautiful products. We do really well with them. but it just depends on if one person's using it or if you've got multiple people using it, and that's how it is. This is a very special product to me, and I'll tell you why. Most father and sons come in here, and the father is looking for a safe rack, an effective rack, an efficient rack to put in their garage. Sometimes they put it in their home, but mostly here they'll put it in their garage. And when they do that, they want to know their child is going to be safe. They want to know it's going to be effective. And this is the perfect piece that I can fulfill a father and son for their kid growing up, because in high school or college, they're doing a lot of cleans, they're doing a lot of squatting, they're doing a lot of benching, and you want to make sure that you've got safeties inside your machine. You've got unbelievable safe J-hooks right here. And that's important to a parent. I know it's important to me with my children. What I love also is I have a 5-inch extender on this rack right here by Powertec, because you're going to get some tall clients that want to be able to do pull-ups. And another thing, I do all my pull-ups on this right here because all the variable hand positions that I can hit my back and biceps with on this chin-up bar right here. This thing is super sturdy too. So it's my go-to to fulfill, and it's not just about father and sons, it's father and daughters too. It's families. It's the single guy who just wants to squat, deadlift, you know, bench, row, and he can have something safe and solid. If you look down here, you got the variable band pegs right here if you're doing any band work. I love this right here because you can put in a battle rope and just knock it out. There's also a foot plate. I don't have it on here right now that you can do step-ups on. You've got some rope rings in here if you want to do any stretches with bands, whatnot. This is a go-to right here for me. And also, it comes with these dip holders right here. I love these dip holders right here. One, because of the knurling right here. There's a non-slip knurl right here. So it's, again, we're talking safety. So this is one of my go-tos, especially for a family who wants to do the basic compound movements in their garage or a gym or their home. So I love it. Legs are a huge thing. Glutes are a huge thing. Quads, calves. Most of my clients, when they come in here, they want a leg press. It depends on the real estate they have. If they're looking for something, well, Brian, I really want a leg press, but I do not have the real estate to do it. I go, I got you right here, this compact leg press. It's amazing. This stopper right here allows you to limit your range of motion. If you've got bad knees and bad hips and you still need to train your quads, it can lock in where you have a certain range of motion where it's not going to involve those and hurt those body parts I just told you about. Also, I always mention safety. Safety is important, especially for my clients. They want to know that when they leave here with a piece of product, it's safe for their family to use. This is a stopper right here. God forbid it should you ever get stuck, that'll stop you. You can escape the machine anytime. This right here, if you look in front right here, you've got different angles that you can adjust this foot plate right here, depending upon how you feel. All this stuff is such a feel-relative item. You want to make sure it feels good. My job is to make sure you're in proper biomechanical position to feel safe and feel good. That's my job. That's what I do to fulfill the job. Now, let's say the foot plate right here, it is so wonderfully big that I can put my feet high if it feels a little better. I can put low if it feels a little better. I'll take my safety right here, and now when I'm ready to go, I'll take the handles and I'll come down where it feels good and go right back up. See how smooth that is? This is all quad. This is all glute right here. And when I'm done, I'll lock it into position and come on out. We talked about doing quads, hamstrings, whatnot. This is extremely special. Calves are important. So this is a calf block right here. It comes with it. It goes right into the square, comes down, sets in super easy. Now I'm gonna do my calves. There's no better way than do it calves just like this. So what I'll do is I'll take my safety off, boom. And you know what? Sometimes there's a little bit of pressure if you're doing standing calves on your spinal region, not here. This takes all the pressure off your lower back. This is all calf right here. You can blow up your calves doing this. When I'm done, set the safety, come out. Biggest differences between these two items right here, both are leg press. This is the compact leg press. because maybe you don't have enough space for a legitimate leg press or a bigger commercial leg press. So I'm gonna take you over here. We actually have, this is our floor model that I'm gonna be selling here real soon because Powertec has come out with a brand new leg press. Same thing, just a little bit easier to load the plates on the carriage. So right here, you've got a carriage below and you have a carriage above that gives you 1,000-pound capacity. Talk about blowing up your legs, that'll do it. Let me demonstrate how easy it is though. I'll step in. I love the size of my foot plate. I'll press up. The safeties automatically come out. I'll grab my handles and I'll do my leg press. If I want to concentrate more on my quads, my legs are a little lower. If I want to get a little more hammies in, my hamstrings, I'll set my feet a little higher. And you can feel your glutes and hamstrings doing that. Now to go ahead and rack it up because I'm done, come here. To get out, super simple. Super easy transition getting in and out. Extremely effective on your muscles. A lot of times people want to just get something online. I don't highly recommend that in this genre. I'll tell you why. Because you want to drive down here, touch it, feel it, smell it. Make sure it feels good. As I've mentioned before, it's a feel-related item. So you want to make sure it feels good to you, not just to me or somebody might have recommended it. So let me give you an example. I had a phone call and the individual said, hey, we want to look at the Powertec bench. I'm thinking about getting a lat pull down for it. I'm thinking about getting a leg extension and then also a arm curl for it, just for the bench. I said, hey, come on in, we got it. Let me show you everything. Let me demonstrate it for you. Then you try it and see if you like it. Well, they came in, I had everything, but I had another piece that had it all that gave them 70 plus different choices they could do on it, and they opted to get that. So Powertec has all the options, and what I showed them was this right here, because it does it all. It's a multi-levergym. I love it. So I recommend when somebody is looking at this stuff, take the drive. You know, come down here to Top Fitness in Southlake. Let me show you everything that's available for you. Let me inform you of what we have, and let me help you get to your goals where you want to reach. Because that's what I do. I've been doing it for 27 years. I know I can help you too. So, because of all the variety that Powertec has for you on these different machines, they make available for you these accessories. We want to make sure they're not just lying on the floor. At least in my store, I don't want them lying everywhere. It just doesn't look good. I like to keep everything streamlined, just like I know you like to do at your home. So I have this accessory rack right here, so I can put in my dip. I can put in my bicep. I can put in my leg extension, leg curl, or my fly. There's so many different accessories you can put in here to choose from, but this is just to keep it nice and clean, up off the floor and streamlined. I love it. So I'm gonna tell you a story. I like telling stories. I had a previous client that's been with me about 3 years now, and he just started off with dumbbells, and then he started off with some kettlebells and some bands, and now he was ready to graduate to somewhat of a rack. But the thing is he doesn't have the real estate for the rack. He lives in an apartment, and he's looking for something that he can do like hang cleans and squats on a bench press, those compound movements. But he also wanted to put a chin-up bar in the door. So what I said was, you got to come down here, Tom. Let me show you exactly what you need. This is a space saver that has a pull-up, that has J-hooks and safeties. You can even hold your plates right here, so he can do all those things that he likes to do without taking real estate up and having the full rack. He was sold, so I provided the product for him, and he loves it. So he sends me pictures all the time, like, look at me doing my bench, Brian, I'm up 20 pounds. I'm like, yes, that's what I love. Those text messages to me on that kind of stuff. Hey, you know what? Everybody wants a high pull and a low pull. Hey, do you have something that pulls high? Do you have something pull low? Oh yeah, absolutely, I do. Let me show it to you. This is the Powertec right here. It's the lat machine. We've got the high pull right here. And I love the way it feels. I'll just sit in it. And there's something, I don't know what it is, guys, about the tiny little drag that feels so good on these guide rods and this top plate with the plates. Now, speaking of plates, you can either get a stack in here if you want to, like if you look down here, there's a 200-pound stack. You can stack weight on the outside here, so it's limitless on what you can put on there for a weight capacity. Also, what I like too is, if you want the low row, super simple, pull a pin, pop this back right here, and now you've got a low row. We've got these pegs down here, so you can just completely focus on your back. So I can pull here with the prone position, or now, if I want to do a little Dorian Yates, and go with the prone, I'll pull back. Also, I like doing curls off this right here. I know it may be a little unorthodox, but I'm unorthodox. So I'll come back and do curls, and that's a direct hit. Also here, I'm a big proponent of doing upright rows. I can go up here and do an upright row, and I can also do a curl. So don't be misled just because it says lat machine. You can do so much more with a high and a low pull. You just got to use your imagination and come see me and I'll show you.